live show. That's How We Roll edition. I'm over here with my boy Orly, man. Thanks for having me in the shop. So how long have you owned Phaze One over here?
Since November of 1992.
So what is that? What are all the things you sell here?
Well, we have like clothing, skateboards, shoes, just every accessory you need to roll, basically.
The first thing I want to ask you, what about the stereotype of skaters?
Right.
They say y'all all do drugs. Do you still skate?
No, I'm retired actually.
You retired, so I mean, did you use anything?
Who? Me before?
Before, yeah, keep it real. Did you?
Man.
So you never used anything?
No.
So what do you think about that stereotype? Is that stereotype true?
I mean, that goes with everything, in general. I mean, there's police that use drugs, there's judges that use drugs, you know what I mean? In general, I mean, it might be, it might go hand in hand with it because at the age that, most people skate at when they're young and they're experiencing.
What is the age that generally they're skating?
Man, and usually between, most kids start between like 12, to 12 to.
And that's what got me. I can't really tell if skating it's like football. You're an athlete between like 8 to probably like 23, and you kind of stop when you go to go pro.
You're right, basically. So it's a decline, and especially like when I was younger, it wasn't as brutal as it is nowadays. Like these guys nowadays jump down 20 stairs. So that on your body, these guys even last shorter than we do. You know what I mean? Because honestly.
So what you were showing, you got a couple injuries skating.
Yeah, that's like a torn ACL that I had years ago. And, because I didn't have healthcare. Hopefully Obama get the healthcare done. I didn't have healthcare, so 7 years later I had to wait to get an ACL put in my leg.
So tell me this. I know these skaters. I don't know if it's a fad or not, but these skaters are rocking these skinny jeans.
It goes in cycles, man. You know
it
what I'm
goes
saying?
in cycles.
Back in the early '90s, people wore huge pants. You know what I'm saying? Huge.
So y'all wore bell bottoms when y'all were skating?
Not bell bottoms. No. They were like straight pants. You know what I'm saying? But they were big. They were really wide. So
this is definitely a fad.
Yeah.
Like hands down.
Yeah, it goes in cycles.
You having any tight jeans?
Me no. I have stuff that fit and relax.
I mean that's a fit. My little brother, he wears the tight jeans. I don't know what it is with him.
Maybe if you're young, but when you're a grown man, you want comfort before fashion. You know what I'm saying? So
the same thing with me. I don't see how the tight jeans and I trip if I was skating personally.
On top of that, man, I mean, if I'll be honest with you, if you wear tight jeans, you got hair on your legs, you're done. You know what I'm saying? You can have ingrown hairs, everything. You know what I mean? So as far as being practical, I don't think it's so practical. You know what I'm saying?
All right, and I overheard you talking about the skateboarders, how they're like rebels. You say they have a girlfriend and give it up, or what were you saying about that?
No, I mean,
what is a typical cycle you think?
I mean, it all depends. Some guys are there forever. You know what I'm saying? For as long as they can. But like I'm saying, a lot of guys get caught up with just growing up as a kid. You know what I mean? They get sidetracked with other things and.
I mean, can you make real money with? What are the chances of making real money with this? Because like in the NFL, baseball teams, all that, it's actually a team you go to, and I'm not really familiar with. Skateboarding. I know it seems like an individual sport.
It's really rough, man. Because in general, people who make it is because you knew somebody that was already in the industry, and you're riding for one of these companies that's pretty much known as like one of the bigger ones. You know what I mean?
So you're not riding for necessarily a skateboard company. You're like riding for Vans, or you're.
Well, it's gonna help you make money because most of the guys where they make money is their shoes. Because as far as their deck, they probably make $1 or $2 per deck that each company sells for them. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, tell me this. We're also talking about sellouts. Like I thought Tony Hawk. I didn't think. So I mean, what makes a sellout? Because I was talking to people like.
Well, it depends, man. If you take off from your whole scene and then you don't come back and you give to it, I can't really say like in the sense that Tony Hawk. What most people consider Tony Hawk as a sellout because he's Mr. Piper, he's got the video games and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they figure that he's
that almost seems like hating.
No, it could be that, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, I myself don't like Tony Hawk because I don't like his style. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. But everybody else's issue.
So it's a style. So just like Michael Vick, people don't like that he runs the ball half the time. So like I don't like
whatever. But if he gets it done, he gets it done. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why you kind of don't like Tony Hawk.
Yeah, but style isn't really the thing with football. Football, you gotta get the yardage. And skateboarding is you can do the trick, but the way you do the trick is what it's all about, really. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. But now it seems like that's all they wear is Nike. So
it all depends, because like really the Nike thing, what became a phenomenon was like shoe collectors started buying them because the SBs, that the one specific.
So these are SBs.
Yeah, those are SBs.
So what's so different about these SBs?
Well, the quality per shoe is a lot better than any stuff that's on the mall. They're made in smaller quantities. I mean, look, when I get this shoe, I have 8 of them. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to when you go to the mall, there's 800 in that one store and 800 in the other store at the other mall. Same thing. All the same shoes.
Right.
So this right here, 8 of them, and then we're the only people who have them, and it's like a size run from 9 to like.
So tell me, are these almost like Jordans? You know how when Jordans come out, people rush to buy them and they're overpriced. tester. How is that?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, you know. They're like, they call them quick strikes, like, you know, like this one and this one.
Like, yeah, what's the deal with these?
The quick, like the Mr. Pac-Man's is just based on the whole, you know, video game series, you know. These are called the.
So this is just a video game shoot. All these SBs are limited.
Well, they
edition.
base them on concepts, is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like this one right here is made by a shop in Jersey, and Jersey being notorious for being toxic, you know.
Right.
Made the shoe because there's, I guess they call it the toxic sea.
Is that shoe glow in the dark?
No, actually, it's got like a gel sole that kind of looks like it, but I don't think it's a glow in the dark shoe. I'm not sure. I haven't put it to the test. Maybe we should check it out.
Yeah, and these right here, this is different. Like stuff like this, it seems like almost all the shoes would be limited. And these are guy shoes.
Yeah.
I like that. It seems very limited edition.
It is. I mean, in general, every month they're gonna put out a shoe that nobody, you know, there's gonna be a limited quantity only here in this shop, not like in anywhere else, you know.
So basically, it's from shop to shop. Are they different parts across the United States? How do they go?
Like we're the only shop here in Tallahassee that sells them. The next shop over is in Jacksonville. The next shop after that is like Fort Walton Beach. You know what I'm saying?
So you have to kind of get on the list for these shoes.
I mean, you have to be here at the right time.
But give your address and your phone number so if people want to order or get some of these shoes.
Phaze One is 439 West Gain Street, and our phone number is 850-681-8711, and we're open 12ish to 7 p.m. every day. You know, sorry, we get here late all the time. It's a Latin thing. So.
All right.